Hey guys, Tuxedo t-shirt here. Hope you're having a great day. Today is the first tutorial video that I am going to be releasing on this Tuxedo t-shirt channel. It's the first of a kind of mini series of tutorial videos that I'm putting together. Today's featured topic is slant plays. Slant plays can be very useful in moving the ball in short yardage or even long yardage situations, plays that you can break for yards after the catch. When used properly, however, when not used properly, they can be a bit disastrous and result in a lot of picks. So we're going to be looking at it today with the help of the Denver Broncos and their arch rivals, the Kansas City Chiefs. Alright, so without further ado, let's get right into it. So the play that we're going to be using for today's demonstration is called middle slants. It's in the single back dice slot formation of the Denver Broncos playbook. Whether or not you ever play with the Denver Broncos is irrelevant. Every single playbook has a play just like this one for you to try. Now, to throw the slant pass effectively, the player that we need to be most wary of on defense is the outside linebacker on the side of the field where you're trying to throw the pass. Now, we are trying to throw the ball to our right, and so we are looking at the left outside linebacker of the Chiefs. That is Mr. Justin Houston. He is one of the best in the business at the left outside linebacker spot, and he is who we will be watching for in these play selections and in the play on the field. Now, there's four main things that an outside linebacker can do on any given defensive play, and the four plays that I've highlighted for this tutorial will demonstrate those four different things. The first play we're going to go with on defense is two-man under. This will have Justin Houston, the left outside linebacker, in man coverage on our tight end. Generally speaking, when an outside linebacker has man coverage, they will be covering the halfback, the fullback, or the tight end. For our purposes, these three things are essentially the same. So here's what's going to happen. The outside linebacker is going to cover Dreesen, who is clearing out to the right-hand side on the play, leaving Demaryius Thomas, the wide receiver, to come wide open. Provided that Demaryius Thomas beats his corner one-on-one, the outside linebacker who's clearing out with the tight end will not be able to help him, leaving Thomas to catch 8 to 12 yard passes all day long. This is a perfect use of the slant and a great way to convert 3rd and 10 or surprise your opponent on first down. Now, the second responsibility an outside linebacker such as Justin Houston could have is to drop back into zone coverage. And by drop back, I mean truly take a few steps back, as you see here in the play cover 4 that we've selected for this next practice scenario. Here we see Houston drop back right into the area in which we hope to throw the ball to Thomas. We beat him on this first play by throwing the ball earlier than we'd hoped. Fortunately, Thomas got off the corner fast enough and we could still complete the play. What happens though if we wait longer? Here, Thomas catches the ball right before meeting Houston, who dislodges the pass. And worst here, we wait even longer and Houston is there perfectly to step up and make the pick. Now, the third thing that an outside linebacker can do, this actually is very similar to the clearing out that we saw in the man coverage in the first scenario. The play we're going with here on defense is cover 3 buzz. We're going to see Houston stay in zone coverage, so zone coverage like the last play, but because of the zone area where he's covering, he'll be taken right out of the play. Now, the middle linebacker, who you can see is adjacent to Houston, will be dropping back in zone coverage very similarly to how Houston did on the last play. So a lot of what we learned in the last practice scenario will still apply here. So here we can see Justin Houston in his zone coverage, covering out in the flat, takes himself immediately out of the play. However, Derek Johnson, number 56, the middle linebacker, is in perfect position to make the play on Demaryius Thomas as soon as he catches the pass. If this is the case, if this is what you're going up against as a defense, you need to make sure that you get the ball out as soon as possible, as his route will only carry him closer and closer to danger. Now, the last play we have here in this practice scenario is engage 8. This is where the outside linebacker simply gets to pin his ears back and try and lob off the quarterback's head. This play is one that should be very easy to read. The actions of the outside linebacker described in the first 3 scenarios can sometimes be confused for one another, man coverage or a few different kinds of zone coverage. This, however, should be blatantly obvious, and frankly, if you don't read it properly, your quarterback is going to get smashed in the face. So do your absolute best not to mess it up. Now, if the bad news is that facing a blitz on the slant play is a risk to your quarterback's health, the good news is that a slant can be extremely effective against the blitz. Demaryius Thomas, the wide receiver, simply undercuts the cornerback and the strong safety by a mile and has all day to make that catch, set his feet, and try and get some yards after the catch, even managing to score a touchdown on this last example. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me for today's Madden 25 tutorial video. Please check back to this channel in the near and distant future, as we will have many more tutorials where this one came from. And if you haven't checked out the Tuxedo t-shirt channel on YouTube before, please do so. We have a lot of great interactive content, including a very long-standing Madden 25 Connected Franchise series. I'll be sure to put all the links and descriptions on the screen in the description box, and I will personally mail them to your home and workplace. So look for those as well. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tuxedo T-shirt, and I'm out.